Welcome back to Speak for Yourself from the Crib. Jason Whitlock, Marcellus Wiley. All right, let's go out to LeVar Arrington's crib in Pasadena, where I still hear there's a shortage on toilet paper and combs, hair combs. There's a shortage in Pasadena.
Oh, that's cold.
On that. If anybody can help, please send help to the Arrington family. All right, let's move to today's big story, sponsored by KFC. Feed the whole family with KFC's $20 fill-up with all the fixings. Order online at KFC.com. Let's move to Lamar Jackson. And the picture he put out yesterday where he worked out with his teammate Hollywood Brown and Antonio Brown, the most infamous wide receiver not in the National Football League right now. Obviously, Antonio Brown's been involved in a lot of controversy this offseason and all of last year. Is anybody bothered by the picture of Lamar Jackson, MVP of the league, working out with the most notorious guy in the National Football League right now, Antonio Brown? Marcellus, you bothered?
Nah, not at all, man. One, everyone has their critics. We all understand that. And those critics are not going to dictate how you should move in terms of dealing with that person. A lot of people out there don't like you, Whitlock. Oh, well, I'm still working with you, still love you, still doing my thing with you. It doesn't matter to me. That's on them. Let them deal with that. And it's funny, this is your teammate's cousin. So even if his name was Edward Smith, your teammate cousin can run fast. Oh, invite him to the workout. Oh, your teammate's cousin is a future Hall of Famer by the name of Antonio Brown? Hell yeah, we gonna throw the rock around with him. I don't have any issues with this in terms of looking at it as an NFL issue. Only thing I do have a problem with is the CDC looking at this like, damn, y'all hugged up a little too tight right now. Three dudes, they should have put that picture out. The CDC gonna be on their head more than the NFL is right now. That's my only issue.
LeVar?
Of course, yes, I have an issue. Here's my issue. There shouldn't be so much talent in one photo being posted on social media. I agree with you, Marcellus. They need to wash their hands and make sure they're clean and not spreading any germs or anything like this in this tough time. But, man, look here. Of course I don't have a problem with them working out. They're all Floridians. And what people may not know about this group of dudes, AB and Chad Johnson and Marquise Hollywood Brown, they're workout warriors. They are always working out. There's a ton of workout that they do at different parks, different high school fields. This is normal life for those dudes. So there's nothing different about this other than adding, oh yeah, Pompano Beach's Lamar Jackson to the equation for this workout, who happens to be the teammate of one of the guys working out and Hollywood Brown. So it's fine. People are going to speculate. We're at a day right now where sports is at a standstill, so it makes for good banter. It makes for good discussion. But this is just dudes working out. That's all it is.
Yeah, I got to agree with both of you all. Their bond is football. And look, Antonio Brown does a lot of stupid things, maybe some things that are illegal, but no one can question the dude loves football. He may not be consistent in how he shows his love, but in terms of working out and preparing to play the game, he's at the elite of the elite level. And so for Lamar Jackson to bond with him on that level of, man, this dude gets it in terms of preparation. Let me go out here and get some of this as well. Let me get in his workout flow. Makes perfect sense. I'll just say this. It's amazing the things that bond people, and there's pictures of me with shadier people than Antonio Brown. And again, I can't be a hypocrite here. I love to shoot craps. I bonded with some people in Las Vegas over the craps table. We hang out when I go to Vegas, we hang out thick. And some of them are some of the shadiest people on this planet. I'm thinking one of them, Avon Barksdale ain't got nothing on him. But on the craps table, we have bonded. So I can't be a hypocrite and remotely question this photo. Actually, it's kind of a good look for Lamar Jackson. He's working out. He ain't messing around in terms of his workouts. he's working out with the best.
Yeah, and in terms of his weaknesses of getting the ball outside the numbers, nobody better out there, especially in your proximity, than Antonio Brown. The only thing, if I'm over here digging, if I'm a teammate on the Ravens, I'm like, hey, Lamar, don't let that dude try to make you his sloppy seconds. You know he wanted Brady this whole offseason. Finally, a couple of days after they say you can't have Brady, then this dude all begging you to work out, even though you know you ain't supposed to be in 6 feet connection to this dude. So there's a little jest in this, like, wow, where did this pop up, especially the timing of it? But, hey, man, this is like LeVar said, this is a very talented picture. If this could be reality going forward, woo, that'd be something dangerous in Baltimore.
Let's be clear. Let's be clear. Look at that picture right there. I don't think there's more talent out in Florida than the 3 guys people are looking at right now on TV.
I wouldn't be able to disagree with that.
Yeah.
I would not disagree with
y'all, but hey, let's move to Dak Prescott because there's been an opinion offered that Dak has a responsibility to the other NFL players to get as much money from Jerry Jones and the Cowboys as possible. The NFLPA would frown upon Dak if he accepted $30 million a year. He's got a responsibility to his peers in the league to be greedy. Marcellus, I think I know where you're going to go with this, and I think I'm going to disagree.
You already know
but
me.
I'm going to ask you,
Okay.
You agree with this?
Hell yeah, I agree with this. And it's not just that contract we're talking about. We're talking about any walk of life. When it's time for you to go get your money, you got the hammer, you better swing it. And it's just not just for you. It's for all those in that same situation that will benefit from the choices you make in terms of your contract. So if you're an office assistant, hey, you got to get the most you can per hour. If not, the next person, whether they're better or worse, they're going to be based in relationship to what you got. So I know this situation personally and intimately. When I got paid my money going from Buffalo to San Diego, I remember talking to Bruce Smith and Junior Seau, 2 of my mentors and 2 of the people I looked up to, and 2 of the people I knew I wasn't better than, but I was going to make more money than them. And both of them told me, to a man, they said, go get yours, because it will help all of us later. So to put it in layman's terms for all those people who think we're just greedy athletes, just imagine if the Dallas Cowboys, which is worth north of $5 billion, decided to sell for, let's say, $800,000, just some crazy low number. You know what would happen? 31 owners will be on the phone with Jerry Jones saying, who in the hell are you to set the market so low for all of us? So it's the same situation when it comes to a player. Do not set this market lower than it should be. Go get yours.
I disagree.
Go ahead, LeVar.
Yeah, I disagree. And he has a responsibility to himself to get the best contract that he feels that he can get. Now, I'll say this next thing that I'm saying, prefacing saying that I have a lot of respect for people that work within the walls of the NFLPA. But you said it right, Whitlock. It is a responsibility to the NFLPA for him to get the best and biggest and highest number contract that he can get so that it's leverageable and the NFLPA has a grounds to stand on and make moves in terms of what the next contracts look like in negotiations. But as far as Dak Prescott, the person, the human being himself, the only responsibility he has in his contract negotiation are his interests. What's the best interest for Dak Prescott? What's the interest for Dak Prescott's family in terms of if he's married and has kids? Take care of your home. As Marshawn Lynch said, take care of your chicken. Your chicken. That's all the responsibility he needs to have.
Let me bring some sanity into this conversation because Marcellus took us off into the insane world where he compared Dak Prescott to the Dallas Cowboys, the most valuable franchise in all of sports. Dak
He gonna be the
is
highest
closer
paid
to
player
the Jacksonville Jaguars. Dak's closer to the Jacksonville Jaguars than he is the Dallas Cowboys. And so we're not talking about Dak settling for $800,000 for a franchise that's worth $5 billion. Let's say the Jacksonville Jaguars are worth $2 billion and you sell for $1.8 billion. Jerry Jones laughs and said, man, they got ripped off. But he knows it doesn't affect his value. And so Patrick Mahomes is going to look around, and whatever Dak says has no impact on what Patrick Mahomes is going to get from the Kansas City Chiefs. No impact on what Lamar Jackson is going to get from the Baltimore Ravens. No impact on Russell Wilson. No impact on any of these other elite quarterbacks. The cream of the cream.
That's the important word.
Dak can settle for less because he has a responsibility to his teammates, the 53 guys in that locker room, and that franchise that has propped him up and put him in a position to make $30 million a year, which was damn good money and is probably more than he's actually worth. But he's in position to get that money. He needs to thank his teammates. He got a responsibility to make sure they have enough salary cap room to keep all them extra pieces. Go ahead, Mark. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Can I have this one, Marcellus, real quick? He does have a responsibility in terms of what you just said, Whitlock. He doesn't impact those upper echelons, first-tier quarterbacks. But what he does have impact on are those quarterbacks that are on the same level as him and the quarterbacks that are starting in the league that may be a level below him. By getting the best contract that he can get, he gives those quarterbacks that are on the same tier level as him the ability to get that type of number and demand that type of number. And to the quarterbacks that may just be below him as starters in the National Football League, he gives them that comp to say, okay, I need to make this type of money. Don't say I'm not Russell Wilson or Patrick Mahomes. I'm Dak Prescott. That's important as well.
We get it. We get it.
Okay.
LeVar, I think we get it. You were never on Ray Lewis's level, Urlacher's level, the elite linebacker level. And so you're looking out for the mediocre linebackers. And
there's no such thing as mediocre.
All right, stick around.
Not at all.
Darnell Smith at our question of the day. Next!